The Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources is set to showcase the future of sustainable agriculture and marine resource management at its annual Agri-Expo taking place from April 4th through the 6th at the Gladstone Road Agricultural Center. This year's event promises to highlight the latest innovations, foster local partnerships, and engage the community in efforts to promote food security, sustainability, and growth within the agricultural and marine sectors. In studio, we have Jacqueline Fox-DeVoe, Project Coordinator, and Romeo Josie, Agriculture and Marine Cadet Coordinator from the Ministry, to discuss what attendees can expect. Welcome to What's Trending, Jacqueline and Romeo.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Great having you here. So I must say that I often look forward to attending the Agri-Expo annually. And so Jacqueline, tell me, what is the theme of this year's Agri-Expo? How does it align with the ministry's long-term vision for agriculture and marine resources?
Well, it's my pleasure. This year's theme is centered around food security is our priority. And so we want to get the message out that food security is not only the ministry's priority, it's not only the government's priority, but it's everybody's priority. And so what we intend to do is not only to engage everyone at all levels, not only empower everyone at all levels or educate everyone at all levels at this year's expo. This year's expo is going to take on a holistic approach. So whether you are an infant, let's say around 3 to 5 years,
Yeah.
once you can talk and understand, up to seniorhood, there's something for everyone at this year's expo. So it's not just about farming. It's about learning how to make pastry. It's about learning how to cultivate sweet potatoes, learning how to boil tomatoes. It's something for everyone. Learning how to harvest bee honey. The kids, we have an exciting bee workshop for kids. We have one for the adults, and there's so many things happening at this year's expo.
Awesome. So can you provide an overview? I guess you touched on a few of them just now, but talk to us a little bit more about the activities and exhibits that persons can expect at the site between the 4th through the 6th.
Well, on Friday, we have a number of lecture series from various persons from UB. University of the Bahamas. We have persons coming in from Costa Rica. We have an agronomist coming in, and he will be doing a workshop on biopesticides, how to manufacture your own biofertilizers. We have somebody who will be teaching on climate change, smart agriculture. We have persons who will be teaching poultry production. We have persons who will be selling chicks, baby chickens, layer chickens. There's so many things happening at the expo. We have like 80 plus vendors who will be there, artisans, handicraft, farmers, persons selling fishery products. We also have somebody this year who will be doing a workshop on aquaculture for the first time, fish farming. And so now I'll let Ms. Romeo Josie speaks to the exciting...
No, we'll get
okay.
there. We have a couple more questions for you. So talk to us obviously about how the Agri-Expo has evolved over the years, the new features you mentioned, the aqua farming that is going to be coming on stream. But it sounds like a lot that attendees can look forward to during the course of the event.
Yes. Well, when you look back over the years, let's say 30 years back, the agribusiness exposition centered around farmers and highlighting our farmers and showcasing those in the farming industry. But since the pandemic, after the pandemic, we realized that food security is a serious business. And so instead of just focusing on the known farmers or the persons who are just dealing with the farming in the community, we have decided to touch every household, every individual. Every individual. Once you are Bahamian or foreign in this country, you can learn how to enhance food production, how to secure food security, because food security is the wealth. The wealth of a nation is embedded upon, it infringes upon the level of food security. Food security, it secures economic growth and development. It also ensures the well-being of a nation. So food security is highly important. It's highly important, and so we want to emphasize that. So there's something for everyone at this year's expo.
Well, that sounds good. So Romeo, talk to us about some of the key partnerships or collaborations that have been formed as a result of previous Agri-Expos?
Well, one partnership I could mention for sure would be partnership with the Ministry of Education and the schools that come there. The kids are phenomenal when it comes to growing and comes to processing, and I like to brag about them a lot. Last year you had H.O. Nash, who brought in fresh pork from their farm, and this year I've seen some works with C.V. Bethel. I don't know if it's going to be a little competition between them, but C.V. Bethel has got a juice processing going on. And each school have their own individual thing, and they're all advanced. They're all processing, they're all making pastries from native things, and they all have a passion for it as well.
Now, are there any marine conservation projects or initiatives that will also be highlighted during the expo?
Yes, yes. We'll have the aquaculture, and we'll also have persons talking about aquaponics as well, and talking to taking care of the fishes. We'll have the Department of Marine Resources out there as well, and they'll be talking to that as well.
So back to you, Jacqueline. How is the ministry supporting local farmers and producers in the face of challenges, say, like with climate change, rising market cost, more market costs overall, and just the rise in production costs?
Well, the ministry has been active in supporting farmers through various grants, agricultural grants, as well as the fishers grants. And we also have a lot of incentives, such as the backyard gardening kits that we make available to not only the householders, but the farmers. We have various concessions. You can get duty-free items, their trucks. You can get agricultural inputs at a low cost at the Fish and Farm store. What else we have for the farmers? We have, like I said, we have a number of concessions that they can, once they're interested, they could just contact the Department of Agriculture, and we'll be readily available to assist them.
And obviously you want a lot of people to come.
Yes.
What initiatives are being showcased at the expo that will promote sustainable farming and innovation in the agricultural industry? If you could speak specifically to that.
Like I said, we have hydroponic, we would be having a hydroponic workshop. We'd be having a sweet potato production workshop where persons can actually go in the field and learn how to harvest sweet potato and cassava, root crops, you know, in the event of a shortage of food. Breadfruit, things like cassava, you can make flour, sweet potato, those sorts of things. Our forefathers lived off sweet potato. My father said
Ground provision.
Yes, he used to go to school with one baked sweet potato, and that was his lunch. So we don't know where this world is going to turn. So we just want to empower persons to know that all levels of food security is important, whether it's farming for vegetables 3 months, whether you can farm microgreens in 10 days, or you can farm fruit trees or whatever. But the main thing is there's something for everyone, and everyone should be able to take the opportunity that is presented to them, no matter how small it is. Because if everybody does something, it goes a long way.
That's very true. So Romeo, how does the ministry encourage youth involvement in agriculture and marine resources? And what opportunities are available for young people at the Agri-Expo?
Well, at the Agri-Expo, like I mentioned before, you have the schools that will be there, and a lot of them would probably be supported mostly by their friends and young people being inspired by other young people out there growing and creating things from agriculture. We'll also have BAMSI out there. BAMSI is an institution that will be teaching agriculture and marine science, and they offer free education to students through government grants once they qualify. And BAMSI will be out there with all of their information and paraphernalia and displays to show them what they can learn in Andros.
Well, that sounds very exciting. So Jacqueline, can you remind our viewers again when and where the event will be held?
Yes, this year's expo will be held on Friday, April 4th through April 6th at the Glasson Road Farmers Market site. It's right on Glasson Road. It's a popular site. And so we'll be there, like I said, we'll be there full, live in color. There'll be food, farming, and fun. We also have a cultural component. Jules, you want to tell them about the cultural component?
Yes, we have entertainment. It's all cultural. It's a part of our culture. We have the Shadow Band, which will be there for Friday night and Saturday night. We have Shine, who will be there on Friday night. We have Bloody, who will be there on Saturday night. I don't want to name too much people. It's going to be
fair enough. So it sounds like it's something that encompasses everything, something in the day and evening.
And then on Sunday, those once you
Will
come
there be Junkanoo as well, Terry? Should I?
yes, we'll be having a
We love
Junkanoo.
Junkanoo Show.
I was wondering, you mentioned the musicians, but you
Yeah.
can't have
Yes.
cultural events
Without
without
Junkanoo, we got
Yes.
Junkanoo.
All right.
And then the opening ceremony is on Friday, April 4th at 11 a.m. And then on Sunday, we have a gospel fest. We'll be having an all-day gospel fest. So out of church, like I said, there's something for everyone.
Awesome.
All levels, all ages.
Great.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Jacqueline and Romeo, for joining us on What's Trending today. And I'm sure, based on what you
Pleasure.
said, the event is going to be phenomenal.
Yes.
Yes.
It will.
Well, on the next side of the break, we have an inspiring story you don't want to miss.